coming to you live from Hope TV, bringing you Newswatch tonight. Hoping you had a wonderful day and indeed a great week. My name is Mellisa Oduor, together with Boniface Muredi on the sign language. Newswatch begins now. Now, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has called for a national paradigm shift and for the country to engage in a conversation with the youth. Mudavadi observed that the young people at the age of 35 years and below were over 35 million, which is about 75% of Kenya's population, and that calls for robust engagement with them and their involvement in decision-making. He was speaking during a fundraising dinner hosted by A. Kili Foundation in Nairobi. Mudavadi said the shift should be on how the country approaches youth empowerment and advocates for intellectual investment as the most sustainable tool for building Kenya's future. He has urged fellow politicians and leaders to change how they engage with the youth, saying the biggest challenge in national discourse is the lack of respectful and inclusive communication. He has called for a more deliberate effort to listen to the youth and include them in decision-making processes rather than merely lecturing or sidelining them.
Continued support for our youth is important and welcomed. And that's the reason we are here to join hands with the Kili Foundation, positioning so that it positions our youth for a better future through expanding training programs, improving facilities, and scaling impact. Having noted the worthy cause, I encourage all guests to give generously tonight, with the delight that every single contribution you make goes directly to support capacity building for our youth in terms of training, infrastructure, health access, and vocational training programs. I'd like to take this opportunity to make an appeal to corporate partners to consider sustained partnerships, sponsorships, or in-kind donations. More so, I urge the private sector and state corporations, the national and county governments to become ambassadors for a Kili Foundation within their networks.
The Kenya National Bureau of Statistics has announced a nationwide data collection exercise for the 2025-2026 Kenya Integrated Household Budget Survey, KIHBS. The 12-month initiative aims to gather essential data to inform national planning, policy development, and the monitoring of living standards across Kenya. Here are the details. The Integrated Households Budget Survey is recognized as Kenya's most comprehensive household survey, playing a pivotal role in shaping the nation's economic and social development agenda. And the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, KNBS, has urged all selected households to cooperate fully and provide accurate information to ensure the success of the important national exercise. The nationwide initiative, to be conducted by KNBS spanning 12 months from July 2025 to July 2026, aims to gather essential data to inform national planning, policy development, and the monitoring of living standards across Kenya. KNBS officials will visit 24,480 scientifically sampled households in all 47 counties, including 960 households located in refugee camps. The comprehensive survey will cover a wide range of vital information, including income distribution, household expenditure patterns, and key indicators related to education, health, employment, and labor conditions. The Bureau will also collect data on child health and nutrition, fertility and mortality rates, and access to housing, water, sanitation, and energy. Trained enumerators will conduct face-to-face interviews using tablet computers while collecting data to ensure the authenticity of the enumerators. KNBS has stated that all personnel will carry official ID badges with QR scan codes for verification, along with introduction letters from the Bureau. KNBS has emphasized that all responses provided by households will be kept strictly confidential and used solely for statistical purposes, underscoring their commitment to data privacy. Now, Kenya and China have reaffirmed their commitment to strengthening military cooperation during celebrations to mark the 98th anniversary of the founding of the Chinese People's Liberation Army, held at the Chinese Embassy in Nairobi. The high-profile event brought together senior military officials and diplomats, including the Kenya Army Commander Lieutenant General David Keter, Chinese Ambassador to Kenya Guo Haiyan, and senior representatives from both nations. In her keynote address, Ambassador Haiyan described the PLA as a pillar of global peace and reiterated China's readiness to expand military cooperation with Kenya. She also tied the celebrations to the 80th anniversary of the World Anti-Fascist War victory, calling for respect for international law and multilateralism. On his part, the commander, Keter, praised the PLA's professionalism and highlighted the growing impact of China's military training programs on Kenyan forces, especially in counterterrorism, disaster response and maritime security. With funding constraints and regional threats like Al-Shabaab still present, Kenya's strengthened ties with China marks a strategic shift in defense cooperation, one aimed at boosting capability while reshaping the region's security dynamics. National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula says Kenya must be stabilized economically, including through diaspora forex exchange. Speaking during the Women Empowerment Forum at the Nyamache grounds organized by the County Women MP Doris Donya in Kisii County, the Speaker cautioned Kenyans living and working abroad, especially those in the US, to reject malicious advice from visionless leaders. Now, Wetangula said individuals asking Kenyans living abroad not to build their country had lost direction. He emphasized that Kenya must be built through unity and not hatred and tribal alignments. He further says that leaders are determined to move across the country to uplift businesses, terming them the backbone of the Kenyan economy. Wetangula has commended the leadership of Kisii County, who have ensured that the Abagusi community have a presence in each and every sector in the economy, right from transport, agriculture and housing. He was accompanied by several national and local leaders who equally committed to advancing empowerment agenda and supporting grassroots development initiatives.
Ile tunaomba viongozi wote wa Kenya, ukiwa nani, upende nchi yako. Nimeona mkiongozi moja ameenda Amerika, hata hajui what remittances from Kenyans in the diaspora means. Hakuna Mkenya huko nje. There is no Kenyan in the diaspora who sends money to the government of Kenya. They send money to their families, to their friends, to build the country, and that is what stabilizes our foreign exchange. Sasa ukienda huko nje ukisema msitume pesa kwa Kenya, hakuna Mkenya. Wale watu wanazungumzia, wanakucheka, wanasema mjinga huyo ametokea wapi? Kwa sababu hakuna mtu anatumia serikali ya Kenya pesa. Ile kijana yake anakutumia mama, ikifika hapa ikiwa ni $10, Central Bank inabadilisha inakuwa pesa ya Kenya, na hiyo dola inabaki Central Bank, ina stabilize our foreign exchange. Hivyo ndivyo mambo inakuwa, na hivyo ndivyo mambo itaendelea, kwa sababu wewe huwezi kuingia Amerika na kuambia mtoto wa Nyandusi hapa asitumie baba yake pesa, asitumie mama yake pesa. Hiyo ni unafiki ya hali ya juu. Na kujenga Kenya yetu haitajengwa kwa hasira, haitajengwa kwa chuki, haitajengwa kwa ukabila. Ndio sisi tunasunguka tukiwa timu kubwa.
To Kisumu now, a state of unrest has increased in Maseno market after traders in the market were prevented from, from electing their leaders by the county government. The traders claim they were given notice to conduct the elections today. However, most received messages afterwards that the elections had been cancelled, with an explanation that the polls should be held in the presence of students in the area, a move that they have opposed. They say the students should not be involved with the market issues. They have further complained over the county government's inability to enhance sanitation services in the market and say they have been forced to pay private individuals to clean the market stalls. They have also decried lack of water and toilet facilities and claim there are plans by some cartels to own the market.
Hatuelewi ni nini ambayo inaendelea, kwa sababu hatujapata public notice yoyote ambayo imewekwa kusimamisha hii election ya siku ya leo. Hatujaona, tutapata order admin kwa ofisi yake kuanzia leo, hatujui ni nini ambayo inaendelea. Kwa hivyo tungependa kuomba kwamba county government of Kisumu, we as the traders, we have the right to vote, to elect our leaders. We should not be contradicted with other people to kusimamisha election ya siku ya leo.
I'm one of the students. I have an active admission number. I am a trader, and that is why I didn't go home. Supposedly, these students are traders. They're supposed to be here in Maseno, even during the long holidays. So no one should postpone the elections that wanangoja students. Hiyo mchezo sisi hatutataka.
Wakanjo wametutupa hivyo. Hatuna choo, hatuna maji hapa, hatuna usafi wa soko. Tunataka Anyang' Nyong'o akuja hapo atusaidie. Tumechoka. Tunataka usaidizi kutoka leo. Kama sio hivyo, hatutatoa ushuru kutoka leo.
Let's take a short break now. We will be back with the day's sports news.
Rafiki soul is a promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond what angaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. Rafiki soul is a promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond watangaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. Rafiki msoul.
Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
Back with sports now. Kenyan outsider hitter Nicholas Mutai has signed a 2-year contract with Rwandan Energy Group REG Volleyball Club, marking a significant step in his professional career. The move follows a stellar season in the Kenyan Volleyball League, where Mutai was crowned the most valuable player for the 2024-2025 campaign. The 27-year-old departs GSU Volleyball Club after 6 successful years, during which he helped the team clinch 5 league titles. His powerful attacks, consistency, and leadership on the court made him a standout performer and a key figure in GSU's dominance in local volleyball. And Nigeria's Super Falcons will face Morocco in the finals of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON, setting the stage for a thrilling rematch of their intense semi-final battle in the previous edition of the tournament. Nigeria, the most successful team in the tournament's history, will be chasing a record-extending 10th continental title, while Morocco, geared up by home support, are aiming to make history by winning their first-ever championship. All eyes will be on the grand finale tomorrow as the Super Falcons aim to reassert their dominance against a rapidly improving Moroccan side. Indeed, may the best team win. And that's how we wrap up Newswatch tonight. Have a wonderful weekend. My name is Mellisa Oduor, together with my co-anchor on the sign language, Boniface Moredi. Have a good night.